Let's bring in our political panel to discuss it. Daniel Littman is a White House and Washington reporter for Politico, and Lee Nevis, welcome back, Lee, is a Democratic strategist.
Thanks for having us.
You got
Good
it.
morning. So we just heard that report from Shelby Wilder focusing also on the Ukrainian people. So let's keep that conversation going here. As we mark 3 years, Daniel, since the start of the Russia-Ukraine war, President Trump is trying to successfully negotiate a deal between the United States and Ukraine that would hand over valuable mineral rights to the United States. The deal would be around $500 billion, and it could be set to become official this week, although we're hearing from Zelensky he's pushing back against the mineral deal. What do you make of this potential partnership between the United States and Ukraine?
Well, Trump is a deal maker and a negotiator. He wants to extract some type of concessions from Zelensky. He wants to add to the U.S. Treasury, especially given our debt and deficit. The problem is that usually these types of deals are foisted on the aggressor party, and Ukraine was the one who was invaded. They think that this is a very unfair deal, given that we've only given, I know this sounds like only is working a lot, more than $100 billion, but not $500 billion. And a lot of that, those billions of dollars have gone to American companies making weapons that we've sent to Ukraine. And so I think that for a lot of national security experts, they look at this and say, hey, why should Taiwan have any faith that we would be a reliable ally if China invades if this is the type of deal that we will foist on them, probably for semiconductor chips?
You know, Lee, and I really mean what I'm about to say. I really like you, Lee. You're a really good guy. You know the heat is coming when I give a compliment,
yes,
right?
Yes, we do. Get ready, Lee.
I know it's coming.
So here's the thing, Lee. I think a deal will ultimately get done one way or another. The end of this war is actually on the horizon. I'm very optimistic, given the fact that Trump is actually in the White House, in the Oval Office. However, you know, Zelensky has to not only think about, okay, this peace deal, but also how to rebuild his country. And we know that a lot of Democrats love free money, and some Republicans, but mostly Democrats. So the thing is, why not broker this deal? You have assets, bring in $500 billion that you can actually use to rebuild your country and get people to work. What is wrong with that?
So, look, I tell my political clients all the time, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Trump wants this $500 billion mineral deal. The best way to do it is not to go out and ridicule Vladimir Zelensky, not to call him a dictator, not to say all these, not to call him a mediocre comedian. I never heard his stand-up routine. I couldn't tell you one way or another. It's not to have peace negotiations with Russia and leave Ukraine out. You want a $500 billion mineral deal. You want to end the war. You entice Ukraine. You entice Zelensky to come to the table and negotiate the deal. And Trump should know this. Look, he once upon a time owned a football team, the New Jersey Generals in the USFL. He did not get Doug Flutie and Herschel Walker to sign with this team by calling them horrible football players. No, he said, you guys are great. You guys are Heisman Trophy winners. Come join my team. He needs to be doing the same thing with Vladimir Zelensky, and it's counterintuitive. It is counterintuitive to ridicule him, to mock him, to make fun of him. It's counterintuitive to go out and say he has no cards on the table when the United States goes out and takes those cards away by saying there's no way they'll ever join NATO under their watch.
I completely disagree.